5 months and 12,000 miles. That's how long I've had my 2022 Model Y. I absolutely love it. But in this video, I'm actually going to show you all the little pieces as far as wear and tear goes and what's gone on with my car in that time frame. First of all, I live in Maine, so I drive a lot of back roads. I take trips in the New England coast, Connecticut, New Jersey, Boston, back and forth, things like that. I've also been to northern Maine, 4 or 5 hours north. And also I have a camp where I drive on a dirt road, 5 miles in, 5 miles out, and I've done that so many times. So my car's been through an awful lot. The only thing it hasn't been through as far as terrain goes is snow, but that is coming because it's only about a month away. All right, so let's get into the exterior and what's going on there, and then I'll show you the interior. So I did just wash it, shine it up for you so you can see all the nitty and gritty. First of all, had the car maybe 2 months when I did this. If you have a Tesla and these tires, you probably will too. So I did that here. I actually rotated my tires. It was on the back, well, on the same side anyway, both of them. It's a small nick on the other one. I'll show you that once I get there, but I'm actually gonna repair this myself and I'll do a video on it. Just haven't gotten to it yet, but it's actually not too bad. All right, so the tires have held up fine. I haven't had a flat, nothing like that. So I just shined them up. I mean, there's nothing really to report other than that little mistake that I made, okay? So as far as the paint goes on the car, down here, I wished I did actually invest in PPF, at least in the bottom half and probably the front of the car, because I'll show you where I'm having issues. And also, if anybody has any suggestions as far as this plastic part goes, okay? It looks exactly how it looks on the screen of my camera. It's getting beat up. So it was, as you can see, more nice and black. Down here, this is all smooth, no issues. It kind of looks like it's a little bit dirty, right? Can't get it completely clean. But when you get down here, all the rocks and stuff, road work that comes up, it's done a bazillion different nicks, which is changing the color to like gray, and it's just kind of really getting beat up. So maybe I need to treat it with something. Somebody can tell me what I can do there maybe to make it look better. All right, so here I actually put these PPF pieces on myself right here. It's just kind of like a triangle piece. And as you can see here too, I'll get a better angle for you. Underneath, this is all underneath little nicks in the paint. See all those? There's like at least 50 of them. Those were there before I put the PPF on, so stupid me, all right? And then, it's not gonna go on 100% perfectly because of those nicks. And then right here, I don't know if it's the quality of the PPF I used or what, but on the edge, you can see it didn't adhere 100% in a couple of different places. So I actually only noticed this being up close to it. I don't notice it, further away. I just can't see it, all right? So back tire's fine, everything. The only damage I have in my car so far is this scratch here. See this nice long scratch? There, now you can see a little bit better. I have no idea what that's from. My guess is it's probably my kid's fault. And they get in and out of the trunk with their sports equipment and stuff, and probably somebody walked around, got in the passenger side, and scraped it with, I don't know, field hockey stick, who really knows, right? So there's that. And I mean, it's not too bad, but it is what it is. Nothing I can really do about it. All right, so no issues here or anything. This here, I got the tow hitch. It pops off really easily. I've used it a couple different times now. Works great. Pops right back on easily. You just need like a little flathead screwdriver to kind of get in there and pop it open. So no problems there. She can tow. And then, as far as the rest of the exterior of the car goes, so as you can see, I put another piece here. This one went on a little bit better. I don't have any issues on the side. No issues there. It adhered just fine. There's like one little bubble here that you can only see close up. You can't see it far away. So I'm actually happy with those. I just wish I put them on earlier, So same problem here on this side. Just so many nicks and just like it's beat up. What can you do? And then the front of the car, I have no issues with the windshield. It's perfectly fine, no issues with the hood, perfectly fine. And then actually I want to do the PPF here. This is actually just bugs. I just could probably get that cleaner. There's no nicks or anything on it though. Well, actually there's one tiny one here. So I need to get the PPF on the front really fast, especially before the winter comes and I'm dealing with ice and crap. So it looks like I got one little nick there, a little scratch there. This is all bugs. I just need to clean it better. I need to do a better job. Yeah, bugs, bugs, bugs. There's really no, is that a little nick? Yep, that's a little nick right there. Can't really see it very well. So those will be little bubbles when I put the PPF on it. You just can't avoid it. Everything else here looks pretty good. I don't have any scratches or anything really. Again, all bugs. I know that because I can like do this and it comes off. I don't have any issues with my headlights. Everything's fine there. I'll show you a picture of my rear tail lights. I actually left my car out. I usually put it in the garage. I left it out at night and there's like condensation or whatever, right? It got inside and then it dried out. It was no problem, but I think that is a problem and I might want to set up for them to look at it. So I'll definitely show you a picture. All right, so that's pretty much it on the outside. No issues with the roof, perfectly fine. You know, it's not too bad for 12,000 miles if you ask me as far as wear and tear goes. Let me show you the inside and a few things in there. So believe it or not, I've actually cleaned up in here too. I just didn't wash my floorboards. They're actually not as dirty as they look in this video. But anyways, right here, the carpet, I've always had floor mats in since the second I bought the car. I put floor mats in. I've tried several different ones out. These are last fit. These are actually my favorite so far, personally. I like these. All right, so I noticed here a little wear and tear on the carpet. Hope you can see that. There you go. So maybe I'll show you in different angles. So I don't know if somebody just keeps hitting their heel here getting in, but the carpet's actually wearing down on this corner. And I almost always have a passenger, at least half the time. Okay, so at least 6,000, 8,000 miles I've driven with a passenger getting in and out of my car. So that's the only thing I noticed on this side. You know, 13-year-old daughter leaves stuff in there, right? There's that, but everything's held up fine on the door. There's no nicks, no nothing. Everything's fine in the dash. No problems. That's a little scent thing. So I'll take you to the back seat where my son sits. He's 10 years old. So again, another review of a child and what it's like and what happens back there. So this is his spot. He always sits here. Dog always goes there, okay? Little dogs. I have like a little 4-pounder and 15-pound dogs that sit there. So I'll show you the inside of the window as well, let you know if there's any damage, which there's not. All right, so it's just, you know, obviously he's gonna put his feet up here like all kids do. That can be washed off. This is a little scratch. And there's a couple of scratches in here. My last car had this. I don't think it's like terrible. It's to be expected. You know, that's what kids do. Can't get mad at them for it. It's just whatever. All right, so no problems here. His outlets work fine. These work fine. Nothing's broken. We like this little cubby. This is cool. Looks like he uses it for garbage. And this here, I actually always reach back here to get my little wipes out of there. I like having those handy, those little water wipes. All right. So this is obviously the back of the car, and this is what is always in the back of my car pretty much. I'm always traveling with dogs. I always have this exercise pen that I travel with me. I take it with me, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And anyways, it was actually leaned against this side and it was scraping. So that's what that's from. Those are nicks in the plastic. And that's just, well, that's my fault. Again, I think it would happen with any car. It's just wear and tear for you, okay? So I've always had this mat in here or another mat from another company. So there's no issues with the carpet. Obviously that's grass. We're outdoorsy kind of people, all right? We're always coming and going. So there's really no issues back here. The seats still go down when you use the buttons. You get this plug here that works, no problems. It's just the back of the car. This here is where the dog always sits, and then she's looking out the window all the time. And it's just, I mean, nothing really to report. There's no scratches, no nothing here. I haven't gotten the back tinted. It came like this. It's just got her little nose marks, which I can clean. No problems here, no scratching or anything with the paws or the nails. It's like new, absolutely like new. All right, so now to the most used seat in the car, obviously the driver. I don't have any problems on the side of the car. Here, it's like absolutely new, no issues. The seat here, there's no issues. There's a tiny little crease from my fat butt, apparently, right here that's kind of sticking. So I guess that's, you know, wear and tear for you. Seat looks good otherwise. I've always had the mats down here. I actually put these in. I absolutely love them. I suggest you get them. They're very black and bland and ugly the way they come. So, you know, this little piece here, this is the last fit. It actually goes, you're supposed to peel this up and put it under so it stays secure. I just haven't done it. So that's what that's for, the little tab. All right, this is awesome for my sunglasses. I love to put my sunglasses in there. It's just Velcro. You can move it wherever you want. All right, it actually is like really hard to get off. So it works well. In the car, let's see here, close the door. There's no, you know, I'll turn this off. There's no issues in here. Everything's really held up really well. This, I mean, looks dirtier in the photo than it actually is, but where your phone goes, this is where like the photo part is on the other side. It's just, it's not indented really or anything. It's just kind of made a mark for whatever reason. I don't really know why. This here is just like a cover you can put in. It kind of matches this. The color's off a little bit. And this little cup holder. I love this cup holder thing. You can get this on Amazon. This one is, that's the brand. I love this thing. You can put bigger cups here. All right, so, I mean, everything is fine, working fine, no issues. That's really it. All right, so maybe that was just a little bit of a boring video for you. It's just kind of a walk around of the outside, inside, and wear and tear of anything that I've noticed has happened over the last, you know, 5 months and 12,000 miles. It's not much. It's not any different than any other car, if you ask me. It's just like whatever. It's just like little stuff. It's going to happen. It's, you know, it's used now, basically, okay? I really don't have any complaints at this point in time. I do have a couple of things with the car and like the electronical type features that I can't quite figure out. I haven't looked it up either. So any of my other Tesla drivers out there in the community, if you have any tips for me on this, please help me out. So one, when my Bluetooth is on my phone, which I need to operate this car, I'll get in my car sometimes, I would say maybe half the time, my phone connects, right? I'm driving down the road, I can start it, I can play music, whatever. But all of a sudden, it acts in like, it comes up on the screen like I'm getting a phone call from myself. It doesn't ring or anything. It just says Stephanie, my name and number, whatever. And I can't hang it up or anything. I can't play music or anything. It's just like hanging out. Like it's connected and I can't operate like, you know, podcast music's nothing. So if anybody can help me with that, that'd be great to know. I can fix that for that to never happen again. The only way I can fix it, sometimes I'll close out like, you know, background apps and that will work, but most of the time it doesn't. I have to turn my Bluetooth off. So if I turn my Bluetooth off, the car will still work and everything, but I have to turn it back on to get back in the car. But turning the Bluetooth off all of a sudden lets me use my music and stuff like that. I don't have any issues. All right, second thing, when I am using autopilot, right, it's steering for me. Help me with this. When I'm on the turnpike, I can set the speed limit to like, let's say it's 70. I can put it for 80, 90 miles an hour if I want to, right? No problem. It's great. I usually do about 10 over. But when I'm on the back roads, and if I'm specifically not on the turnpike and I want to use autopilot, it will not let me increase the speed over 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. So if it's 45, I can't do more than 50 if I'm in autopilot, unless I'm pressing the gas myself, which I don't want to do. You can still use autopilot and press the gas to kind of whatever. You already know if you have one. So help me with those two things, please, my friends. That would be nice to know if I can fix them or if they happen to you. All right, so that's that for my video this week. I've got a new Tesla mattress that I gotta try out, so that's probably gonna come next week sometime, but you can always rely on my videos for 3 o'clock on Mondays, except for, well, today it's 2:30, so we'll see how fast I can get it up. All right, catch you next time.